Let's start with the question number 1 for today. It's kind of easy, and I would recommend that guys please answer it on the chat window to avoid confusion, and I will explain it. The question number 1, we have organizational structures. The type of organizational structure we have functional organizations. If you guys have answered, if you are answering, let me help you guys because you might have forgotten also. In functional organizations, we have projects rarely. So what happens when we have rarely projects? So project manager role is temporary. So project manager power or authority is lower than functional managers. We have weak metrics, which are similar to the functional organizations. FM is controlling or guiding the project managers. Projectized organizations, he is the boss. Everyone is answerable to project manager. And in strong metrics, they have a pact to share the resources for organization as well as projects. But project manager have more influence than functional manager. So based upon that, what should be the answer for this question? If you guys will go along with me, let's go one by one. Instead of have answer all together, let's go one by one. This one you have answered, and your first answer is wrong. And Ganesh, your answers are correct. So let's start with functional organizations. So functional organizations have low authority or almost to none. Which means it will be what?
Little to none.
It will be little to
none.
None. Strong metrics?
High to almost total.
No, moderate to high.
It will be moderate to
High.
high. That's what we learned. Project oriented?
High to almost total.
High to almost total.
Total.
And weak metrics?
Low.
The remaining one is low anyway. So I think instead of chat, we can do like this. We can make it more interactive. All of you can participate.
Yeah,
it will be more interactive than typing it on the chat. We can work together. Great. So question number 1 finished. Let's go further. We have another questions. We have burn up chart, lead time, velocity, cycle time, and schedule performance index. Before you guys look on the right side, let me give you a small brief about it. Burn up chart, we have 2 charts. Burn down chart, how much work is remaining. Burn up chart, how much work is completed.
Done.
Lead time, you can start successor activity earlier than its planned time. Velocity, the speed you are going through in the work of projects in terms of complexity, in terms of the size of the user story or the task. Cycle time, to complete a user story, to complete a task, to complete a project, to complete an activity or a user story or an increment. Schedule performance index, how you are performing into schedule. If schedule performance index is greater than 1, what does that mean? If SPI is greater than 1, what does that mean?
Ahead of schedule.
Ahead of schedule. Perfect. And less than 1, behind schedule.
And schedule.
And equals to 1,
on schedule.
Perfect. Great. So now we have the definitions in our head, and now we will try to connect those things from the arrows. So the first one is burn up chart. Let's find where is the burn up chart.
We'll go to for number 4, visual depiction of the work completed.
A visual depiction of the work
Completed.
Great. Lead time.
I
The
think
total
it
time
will
it
go
takes
to
to deliver an item, no. The time required to process a work item, no.
Yeah.
A measurement of the schedule efficiency. Efficiency expressed as a ratio of earned to planned value, or the sum of the story point sizes for the feature completed in an iteration. What is lead time?
Lead time will be total time to deliver the iteration.
It cannot be this one because of the story points, right?
Number 2, maybe.
4 is gone. The time required to process a work, no. It is cycle time. I think. The time required to process a work item, yeah, it's a cycle time.
Hmm.
The total time, so it means remaining is
Number 1.
1. The total time it takes to deliver an item measured from the time the work is committed to the time it's completed. So lead is going towards 1. Velocity,
This will go to the 5, the sum of total point size for the feature completing the iteration.
all of you agree with him also?
Yes. Number
Even though
5.
I agree with him. Yeah, the sum of total points you will complete in an iteration. Cycle time I already told you, which is what?
Time.
The required
Time required to process
required
a
time.
work item. So schedule performance index remaining is 3
Measurement.
anyway.
Measure.
Efficiency expressed as a ratio.
So, okay, it's a bit lengthier question. Did you guys feel it was a difficult?
So far it's good.
So far it's
So
good.
this,
Look, what we can do, like the first one, we could not find the lead time, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't find the lead time, do the elimination one, which means finish the other ones.
Yes.
So when you will finish the other ones, the first one or the remaining one will be the
Last.
only one which will have the answer.
Yes.
So we can have our approach in that task.
Hmm.
If you don't know the answer, solve the other ones so you can complete the task without wasting the time. Do not waste time on one part. It's better to complete it together. Great, nice one.
so these types of questions have more weightage, right? Because it seems like a little bit more time.
Look, from my perspective, PMI didn't start anything like how much for sure. When you are answering 5 points, it means it requires 5 points. So anyone who have multiple answers, it means it will have more weightage. But weightage not in terms of points, because they have what psychometric one. Point will remain 1, but its participation to the domain. Like in university, what we have 100 marks questions. Sorry, 100 marks for the total subject. But 100 marks are divided. We have 100 marks exam for the midterm. We have 100 marks exam for the final term. We have 100 marks assignments. We have 100 marks for the class participation. But all are contributing to 100. So from the front, it will look 1 point, but on the back, they will be contributing to a different value. So for sure, these questions will have more point maybe than normal questions which have only 1 right answers.
And how about if one of them goes wrong?
How about what?
If one of them, the option goes wrong.
For
and all the
sure,
others-
they will not incorrect all of it. Because
So when
all
the-
of them are
The
different
whole question is wrong.
definitions. So when they are different definitions, it means they cannot complete, like if it is not 5, so they can give you 0.8. Or they can do what? They can reimburse on the last part that at least this is right. And this all is happening because of data mining. If you guys have the concept of data mining does not work on overall. It works on word by word. So word by word, they are checking. More words are correct. Okay, this is the result. Okay, let's go to the next one. We have to do what? Project management, knowledge areas. Integration means, if you guys remember, interrelationship,
Process
combining,
with
consolidating.
all the process.
Yes. Schedule management, procurement management. Procurement is about buying. Schedule is about the schedule. Resources about man, material, machinery, and stakeholder is about anyone who is being impacted. So let's find the answer for integration. Project integration management.
Five.
So I think
Number
it will
5.
go to 5,
Five.
last one. 5.
5.
Combine.
Yes.
Combine.
So
Yeah.
great.
B
Schedule
goes to
management. I
1.
think it was the first one.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, number 1. Yes.
Contains the activities required to complete. Now we
Procurement
have
is
what?
4.
Procurement management. Procurement is about buying.
Procurement, buying,
Purchase.
it will go to
Number
4.
4.
But this is what resources. Resources means it should be going to the
Resource management.
Resource management.
requires to identify the people directly.
Stakeholders.
Stakeholders.
Purchase going to the,
Procurement.
I think it's not taking even more than 1 minute to answer these questions. And I think your memory is working fine also. You guys have the explanations in your brain as of now. So yeah, you guys are doing great. Let's go to the next question. Match the project life cycle. So we have, before we look on the right side, predictive ones, we know everything. Iterative ones, we are not coming back. Sorry, in iterative ones, we will come back. In incremental, we will come
Not
back.
come back.
Agile means we can come back and we can refine it also.
This is the traditional one, right? The first one, predictive.
Traditional is for sure.
Yeah.
Look, I am not even reading the full one.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the
Krishna.
Approach that it's both iterative and incremental. I just said
Agile.
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 agile, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now we have what provides deliverable to the customer to use immediately.
Iterative.
Incremental.
No. The
Incremental.
consumable
Iterative.
products are directly
immediately.
Incremental.
incremental is whenever I will release a version, it is usable. That's what we call it, minimum viable product or minimum marketable. Great, nice. It was good also, very quick. I was not expecting it will take that less time. Good. Okay, now we are going to the different questions. Conflict resolution techniques. Before you look on the right side, let me give you on the left side. Accommodate means buy some time. Withdraw means you don't want to move. Compromise means both sides going back. Collaborate means solve the problem or win-win. Force means enforce your decisions because you were not able to get the benefits from these powers.
Yeah.
Let's look. Accommodate.
Accommodate will go to 5, smooth.
Accommodate means smooth or buy some
Time.
time.
Yeah.
Withdrawal.
Withdraw means very
avoid.
simple.
Avoid.
Void.
Withdraw means avoid, you don't want to deal.
Void.
Compromise means
Compromise.
Reconcile.
Reconcile.
reconcile because you don't want to deal with it. You want to go with an alternative. Collaborate means
Problem
Problem
solved.
solved.
so one is right.
Force is direct. Yeah.
Imagine if you have these type of questions, you can win directly. You can finish your exam even earlier
Only if you make our paper.
if you remember what they are. Do not get confused that they will ask you the drag and drop or fill in the blanks or match the cases or connect all the answers which are correct. Look, book is same, explanation is same, standard is same, framework is same. Nothing changed. The maximum thing they can change is what? English. That you need to just focus, and if you will focus, you will find it. And it's not an English exam, so do not put your stress on English. Oh, I don't know the meaning, so my answer will be wrong. No, you will find many ways to remove the unnecessary informations. Let's go next. Enjoy more time. What is it? Match the agile approaches. Do not look on the right. Kanban means pull-based scheduling, and we do what? Limit the work in progress to improve the efficiency. It does not rely on the schedule. Scrum means it have the iterations. Feature-driven development means we will release according to the features, not according to the increments. Extreme programming, what happens? When you will develop a feature, what happens in extreme programming? Like I made a feature and I think myself as a Superman and I want to control everything by my hand. So the software houses or the providers who what think? No, they will take my code and they will give this code to, let's say, Saeed. Saeed, look at this code. If you find any duplicate information, remove it. If you find any complicated information, make it simplified. So it can be easily translate it or interpret it if Imran is not here. So in extreme programming, what they do, they use a word called refactoring. What is refactoring? Let me write it here. What is refactoring? They give you the code. They will take your code and they will give it to your peers, your other team members. So in refactoring, they will take the code from me and this guy will simplify my code. Simplify my code for the redundancy. That if there are any redundant things, remove it. If there are any secret things, remove it. If there are any complicated procedures or duplicated procedures or functions, remove it. Crystal methods based on, they have the crystal family. It's a part of Agile. What is crystal family? It has multiple colors, yellow, blue, orange, green, and so on. So they have different type of classifications based on the type of requirements. That's what we found our answers. Let's check one by one. 10 men. You know the
Will
answer.
be pull based, yeah. The A. Pull based.
All agree? Where is the democracy? All agree?
Yes.
Right? Can men. Scrum. Focus on delivering software that's ready when the customers needs it. No. Focus on delivering usable working software continually.
Number 3.
Number 3.
A family of methodologies. A family of methodologies. This is what Crystal.
Yes. Crystal.
Designed to scale to the project needs, like Crystal family, Yellow family. This is done. A single team process frameworks typically used
This is extreme.
for product development. Single team process framework, it could be Scrum. Let me see others. Features driven. Focus on delivering usable working software continually. Feature driven. Rizwan, your mic is on. You have some background activity. I'm muting your mic. Feature driven, focus on delivering usable working software continually in a timely manner. As I said, feature driven means you will use a feature. So how many finished? One remaining notes, 2 and 5.
D is 5.
Focus on delivering software that's ready when the customer needs it. Framework, if you find the framework is only
Scrum.
Scrum is the framework for Agile methodology. So the remaining answer is, I think, D, right? So D will be
2.
Focus on delivering software that's ready when the customers need it. So it's like an iterative approach. Someone will code, then someone will review, then they will remove the loops, then they will remove the iterations, and then refactoring will be performed, and then they will deliver.
I was relating extreme programming to single team, that single person or thing.
Single team, actually, you can work with one team or you can work with concurrent multiple teams, but the size of the team should be fixed.
For extreme programming?
Yeah, no, for the Scrum.
No, for extreme, I was thinking, I was relating it to the word single actually, but no.
Single. No, they also in this extreme programming, they have multiple teams. For example, because extreme programming means it's used in the computers or IT industry. So one person is making the interface, another person is making the e-commerce site, another person is making the modules, another person is making the database. So multiple teams can be working together also. It's possible. Great. So it was a bit tense, but it was solvable. Anyone have any confusion here? No one, right? Let's go further. Match the conflict resolution technique. Avoid, reconcile, direct. Oh, now we have to match it with the word. I will not speak. You will speak now. The first one is avoid. Going to where?
Search.
And I will only mark if all of you will answer at least.
The void will go to 5. It is from the conflict situation.
Okay. 2 are saying
Lose
5.
situation.
What about others?
Yeah.
Look, win-lose is what? One. What is win-lose? You know, which is win-lose?
This is the direct.
Accommodate.
Win and lose.
No,
Direct.
direct is
Accommodate.
one.
Direct.
Direct is one.
When one will win and one will lose. So
Accommodate.
you were right for the A, to retreat from the conflict resolution, because this is what?
Lose.
Yes.
Okay. Now remaining is reconcile. Reconcile means
3.
compromise, right?
Yes.
To search a temporary solution that satisfies all parties. I think this is B. To search for a temporary solution that satisfies all parties. All parties going back from their positions.
But why is it temporary?
Yeah, because it's temporary. You will not continue for a long time. Because, okay, I am not agreeing on time. You will not agree on cost. But it does not mean for the whole project you will continue like this. So this is going to this.
Okay.
Now direct, problem solving and accommodate.
Is one.
Direct will go to the
Why
4 and problem
Win-win is
solving
only
is
one.
win-win situation. Win-win.
Win-win is only one, which is what?
Problem
Problem
solving.
solve.
Problem solving.
Sir, I think direct is one.
Direct is one.
Direct will be 4. Win,
Oh,
lose.
one, because it says to push. You know,
Yes,
direct.
to push means you are enforcing your decision.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah.
So which one is remaining now? Accommodate. Accommodate will be
Accommodate is 4.
Or agreement and concede.
smooth or accommodate. So to
Accommodate
emphasize
is the
agreements,
lose-lose.
but accommodate was what?
The lose-lose or win-lose?
Accommodate
Accommodate.
was also lose-lose.
Yeah.
I think
Only one remaining here.
is two.
Accommodate here, sir, it says win-lose.
Reconcile is 4.
But this is the only one remaining, so I think this should be the answer.
Sir, I think accommodate should go to 2, number 2. I somehow feel
Because
each.
we are getting,
Accommodate means you don't want to deal, you want to buy some time.
yeah, we are buying some
time not to search for temporary solution. That is for
Yeah.
temporary.
Hari, I cannot hear.
Now, we are buying some time for the temporary solution.
Yes.
So that is go for 2. Accommodate.
Okay. It is all. Avoid was this one,
Yeah.
and accommodate was this one. Problem solving, which was win-win, was problem solving.
Yeah.
Direct was push,
1, yeah.
and reconcile was. And this one is remaining.
Yeah, 4 is fine.
Yeah.
So it should
Because
be
it
like
says
this.
maintain harmony in relationship, so it's fine. B is fine.
Harmony. This is considered as win-lose situations. But this is the only possible solutions we can find out. Great. So this is the proof. I don't read it. I just get the questions. I just do it. Leave it open. And this is called, we call it courage, right? Go and face the thing. I'm doing a certification. I send the questions, or I answer the questions on the group. The trainer says, sir, I don't know the question. I will go and find out the answer. Then I will tell you. Then I thought myself, at least I answer on the spot, right or wrong, whatever it is. Okay, leadership styles. Servant leadership, facilitations. Transactional leadership, anyone remember? It was give them a task and set rewards. Charismatic, inspire.
Enthusiastic.
Enthusiasm.
Less strength, let them decide by their own, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That was the perfect division. So now you decide. I found my one, inspire.
Yeah.
Charismatic. Interaction.
Servant will be
Combine,
4,
multiple,
5.
combine.
Servant number
A
4.
is 5.
A will be
5A
5.
is 5.
E will go to 1.
Yeah. E will go to 4.
Allow team
E
to make the
E4.
Allow the
D,
team to make their own decisions and their own goals is lesser space.
ledgers fair.
Yeah.
Yes. E will go to 4.
D will be 1.
Interactional,
D will be 2. 2.
No, D is already finished, right? Interaction, 2. They will be 2. Combination.
D to B1.
I gave you the keyword T, T,
B, C.
and C. So which one is remaining?
Transaction.
Transaction.
Transaction will be 2.
Yes,
transactional will go to
focus by exceptions and give them a reward, right?
rewards. Yes.
Focus on goals and set a reward. So if you guys remember in my training, I was literally screaming and shouting that, guys, remember the keywords. You don't need to remember the whole definition. Your life will be what? Easy. And if you still don't remember, go open the videos of the training, the recordings, and you will find exactly the same words. The keywords. These all are the same keywords which I explained you in the class. Great, nice. This one I don't know. Let's try to solve it. Crystal family. We have to find out crystal family. I don't care what is it. Now we have to find crystal clear, crystal yellow, crystal orange, and crystal red. Crystal clear is used for 1 to 4 people. The definition is given. If you guys have read chapter number 2 for Mike Griffith, the ACB book which I have shared with you, it's there also. Crystal yellow contains 6 to 20. Crystal orange contains this. And crystal red contains 5 to 100 people. The whole definition is given in our Kim Heldman book on this table, and also it's given in Mike Griffith in that chapter number 2, where they have called agile methodologies, which are like Kanban, Scrum, extreme programming, crystal family, feature driven development, adaptive driven development, behavior driven development, DSDM, dynamic service delivery management. These all methodologies are there in chapter number 2 for agile book, which you have.
But this is a part of a stakeholder, huh?
People.
People.
Alas, stakeholder is not coming anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So stakeholder is going into the people domain. So that was the new question. Let's go next. Match the project life cycle. You know, I will not speak now.
A will be manage cost.
Okay.
Iterative. Delivery. B will be 2, customer value, deliverable, and feedback.
What about others? You missed something, Adnan. There is one basic difference between iterative and incremental.
predictive is number 4.
Iterative is speed, I think. Speed.
Iterative is,
Manage
Speed.
cost.
you know what we do in iterative, if you guys remember, we make something, then we take the
It was
feedback and we
feedback.
refine it. We take the feedback and refine it, but we cannot use the final product will come at the end. But in incremental, what we do, we produce something and this thing is usable. We collect the feedback, and in next iteration, we can update the existing one, plus we can produce another feature also. But both features will be usable.
So incremental will go to number 3.
2. Number 2. Okay.
Speed, because it's usable, you know, as soon as we are done.
Iterative will be a speed.
It's very clear in front of you. I have given you the definition. Iterative will be
Iterative.
Correctness of
Correctness of
solution.
solution.
Correctness of
Iterative
because
will
we
be
will
2.
refine it. Now remaining incremental and agile. And
Agile
agile
will
is
be
different of my speed.
feedback.
Agile is
Customer
number
value
2.
and feedback.
Speed.
Agile is number 2.
Yeah.
So remaining is this. Incremental
Yeah.
means we deliver
Incremental
it.
is speed. Yeah.
Good.
One more time, yeah, Mr. Imran, can you just explain it? Iterative and incremental.
Which one? The incremental, right?
Iterative, yeah, iterative and incremental.
Okay. What we do in iterative, we make something. So, and then what we do, we take the customer feedback, and then we add one thing. We are not coming back. But final product will be only available at the end.
Not each iteration, huh?
No, you cannot use it here. There is no usability. But in incremental, you will make it. And then you will do the sprint review. In a sprint review, you will ask him. If they accept it, then you will move to the next one. Otherwise, you will refine the existing one. And if multiple teams are working, so they will produce another feature. So it is what time based, right? So when the time is finished, you have to produce certain deliverable or increment, which should be usable. That's what we call it.
What's in the definition? It's saying the functionality is added each iteration. This is
In
the one.
iterative, we define final product coming at the end. In incremental, we define and we update in the next iteration. And when we update in the next iteration, the product or increment is usable. Here, product is not usable. This is not usable. This is not usable. This is not usable. But here, usable. For example, if you want to take the example of the web page, all of us know the website, right?
Yeah.
So first, I show you the design of the website, a prototype. You said, Imran, I need color, I need this color, I need this color. This thing finished. Now I will make the main page of the website. Then you will tell me, Imran, make the link here. But links are not working. So in the next one, I will make the links and the pages of those links. Then, Imran, please add the e-commerce here. So we will keep taking the feedback, but final website will be only working with all the components at the end. Whatever I am showing here, it should be offline. It's still in the offline environment, the testing environment. But if you are doing the agile one or the incremental one, what you will do? You will show him a prototype and then you will make the website up and running. Post it. Then you will collect the feedback. You will say, Imran, when I click here, it's not working. Okay, no problem. We'll take the requirement and in the next iteration, I will fix this problem also. Plus, we will add anything, whatever requires to be added. So whenever we are moving ahead, the product is usable. I think it was quite clear, right?
Yes.
What was it? Predictive was fourth, iterative was correctness of, incremental was the speed, and agile was
2.
Let's go to the next. Wow. Projects ending, integration, starvation, addition, and extension. And when you will look at this, you will feel you have never studied this thing, right? The first impression is what? You did not study these things before. You have never seen in your life. And once you don't know the answer, what you have to do? What do you have to do? Eliminate. Okay. So we don't know anything. When a project evolves into ongoing operations, this could be what?
It will be addition.
Could be addition. Yeah.
Addition.
When resources are distributed to other areas in the organization or assigned to other projects.
Integration.
Exactly. Integration means everything is integrated and then we have to collaborate and integrate everything. Now remaining is 1 and 2. So
B
X,
is 1.
B is
B
one.
is
B is what?
B is
Starvation.
one, yes. Cut off
Starvation
for
means you
addition.
don't have the resources.
Yeah. D is
So addition is what remaining one, which is extension, right? It should be 2 then.
yeah.
So 30 seconds before you didn't know anything. Just a little focus and you know the answer.
Sir, I think D should be 1.
D?
Hmm.
No, starvation is like cut off.
Oh, starvation is cut
Okay.
off. That's the keyword. Because I think extension says when the project can end because it was
Extension means you have achieved the benefits or you have achieved the project objectives. So project comes to an end
end.
because
Okay.
it was completed and validated by the stakeholder.
Okay, sir.
Addition means the project finish, huh? It's go to the
Addition
office.
means
Next stage.
you will keep adding the modules into ongoing operations. Like in first round, you will implement the account system. In next one, you will implement the finance system. And then you will update with HR system. Then you will update with inventory. Then you will update with procurement and so on. So you keep adding into the existing system. So that is what types of project ending. So please, I think in all my trainings, I always describe, at least in the exam part explanation, that guys, please do not surrender. Do not feel that you have never studied these things. They've just changed the words. Just focus, a little focus, and you are in. You will find the words by yourself. All of you are experienced. MashaAllah, you guys have about, I think all of you have above 5 years experience. I'm giving the slab of 5 years. I know you are almost 10 years.
Yes.
So a person who have 5 years of experience and have graduate degree, his brain will for sure kick off. And you have to let it kick off for a while. It will work. If you do not know the answer, you can skip. Do not fall into the trap, oh, I don't know the answer. This anxiety will kill you in exam. Skip it. Go to the next question. So once you are going for the break or once you are finishing or submitting, open the question again and complete it. Okay, conflict resolution techniques. The same one, please, you guys do by yourself.
Accommodate smooth. I think this question before we saw this.
Yeah, it came before, but now
Repeated,
the test.
Accommodate is 5.
Accommodate
Accommodate,
smooth.
yes.
Withdrawal, avoid.
Avoid.
Compromise.
Is reconcile.
Compromise, reconcile.
Collaborate.
Collaborate is 4.
Problem solve.
Problem
Direct.
solving is
Ease.
fourth, direct.
You guys have 1 minute, 25 seconds for each question. And you guys are solving the questions in
20.
0.02 seconds, I think.
No, we took like 20 seconds maybe.
Level of stakeholder, I will not speak. I have explained a lot about this. So please let me have the leverage that you guys can solve it.
Unaware.
Where?
Unaware is 5. Stakeholder
Five,
not
yeah.
engaged, not in the project. Yes.
Yeah.
Resistance
Is 1. Resistance is 1.
Not supporting.
engaging. Yes,
Yeah.
first number 1. Resist
Resistant
engage.
is 1.
Neutral.
Neutral should be 3.
Neutral the 3.
Neutral is 3.
Neutral. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
And
Supportive is 2.
Support.
Supportive is 2.
Supported 2. Yes.
And leading is 4.
Actively engaged, right?
Yes.
See it. You guys are champion. You don't need me now.
Didn't show this.
The conflict management again, the powers. We have force, we have expert power, we have reward power, we have referent power. Look here, referent power I discuss a lot in the trainings also.
Yes, yes.
By reference, yes.
Yes. So
referent will power. The referent will be go 3.
Yes,
Power
4.
referred to the influence by the subordinate.
Power comes about as a
Expert.
Expert.
2. Referent is number 2.
Reference is number 3. Influenced by the subordinate. Yeah.
I think it's 2.
Okay, let's go for punishment. Punishment means
Punishment.
threaten, right? Punishment means
Yeah.
threaten.
Yeah.
Yeah, third, yes.
Yeah. That's fine.
Expert.
Expert.
With the knowledge, yes. Expert with the
Expert
knowledge.
is
The knowledge.
knowledge.
Knowledgeable.
Knowledge.
Yes.
Legitimate.
Remaining 2 and 3.
Legitimate with the position.
Yeah, yeah.
Power
The
is
position.
Position means legitimate. Comes with the chair.
okay.
Legitimate power is what? Chair power. Formal power. Which comes with the chair. So D is 3.
Sir, could you just explain 2 and 3, please?
Expert.
No.
Expert is the person who influences the people with their knowledge.
Description 2 and 3.
And the third one is legitimate. Legitimate means position. The formal power. Chair power.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and fourth,
Referent power, when the power is inferred to the influencer by their subordinates, that my manager is my CEO or my friend or something like this.
okay.
Great. So that's how you can eliminate and solve the question. Motivational theories, please, I will not speak. Please, I spend a lot of time. Theory of X and Y.
Mac
Go
George
to
theory
number 4.
X and Y.
Number 4.
X and Y is what?
Number 4.
No, it will go to the number
Number
3.
5.
Mac
Number
George.
5.
Oh, is it?
Number 5.
No, number 3.
Oh.
Mac.
No, no.
The
E will
theory
go
of
to
X,
number
theory of Y. Yes.
E will go to
McGregor theory of X and Y. X type of people are those people you have to punish them, and Y type of people, those are self-controlled.
Self-dependent.
Hygienic theory, you know that.
Herzberg.
Hygienic is Herzberg.
Yes.
Herzberg have 2 things, hygienic and motivations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now remaining is expectancy and Maslow. Let's find Maslow. Maslow is very easy.
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
Now we have the draw between Victor Vidom and David McClelland.
Achievement theory will be Macland.
Achievement theory exactly by Mr. McClelland. So remaining is Mr. Victor, which is going to D. So I hope
Can
you
you
guys
please
have.
explain little expectancy theory, boss? This
What I am doing with you guys when I say please solve the question. This is what?
Expectancy theory. This is
Simple
regarding.
answer.
So what's an achievement?
When you will achieve the PMP.
That's achievement theory?
Yes.
Okay.
5 factors model, it's the part of leadership training. Let's solve it. Because I think we have never done it, and it's not in your book also for the PMBOK or Agile Guide or even Mike Griffith, it's not there. So we don't know the answer, right? We have no answers at all. So let's try. Openness to experience, conscientious, extroversions. Anyone heard about Myers-Briggs test of leadership? They categorize the people in terms of introvert, extrovert,
Yes.
intuitive, thinking, judging. They have 8. Introverts, extroverts, intuitive, and they have 8, I think. Introverts, extroverts, intuitive, thinking, judging. 8 or 6. I think there is one more. It will come in my mind. Wait.
This is a part of Agile also, right, boss?
Yes, personality traits. It's in the
Introvert, extrovert.
Myers-Briggs theory, actually. We teach in leadership. Let's go one by one. Openness to experience. Outgoing versus reserved. Outgoing versus reserved means extroverts. Or no?
Careless.
Right? Extroverts are those people who can go outside. Introverts who remain inside the home. They don't have any friends.
Yes.
Extroverts, they have a lot of friends. Extroverts, if you want to remember extroverts in your life, extroverts are actually the backbenchers. And introverts are the first row people who study very hard. They don't make friends. They keep their notes to themselves. So they will feel like safe that no one can take their marks. They are more worried about the marks and their personal results. Extroverts, backbenchers, because they know they will clear the exam. Intuitive, who learn from the situations. Thinking, they decide the whole methodology before taking any actions, which means there was a category of risk. Neutral, they take the calculated risk. Remember, we have risk
Sir, your
averse,
voice is
neutral, and seekers.
Sir,
My
your
voice is coming
your
back,
voice
right?
is echoing.
I think someone
Yeah.
has two devices on, or someone is listening from the mobile
Yeah,
speaker.
maybe.
So it's coming back. Let me mute it. Okay. So extroverts, they have friends. Introverts, they don't have friends. Intuitive, they learn from the environment. Thinking, they are like the risk neutral people who calculate the risk. And judging, they are like risk seekers. They keep going until they find something. So extroversion, I found my answer is outgoing versus reserved. Now efficient versus careless. Careless type of people. You can give your ideas also.
Sir, I think we should keep it on side and see.
Inventive means
Yeah.
open to experience.
Yes.
Sensitive.
I think
Number E.
Number E, neuroticism, yes. Compassionate versus detached.
B.
D.
consciousness or a
The
compassionate.
remaining is what? 2, right?
Conscious.
Conscientiousness, effective versus careless, because they decide based on their efficiency or care.